Hi, I'm Abigail Lamb, and I'm here to talk a bit about my own personal leadership styles and how certain traits of mine have helped shape me into the leader that I am. So, to start, I think it's important to address my own idea of what leadership is and what traits a leader should have. Leading by example is one of the most crucial parts of being an effective leader. Thus, the traits that a leader carries can indicate how their followers will react. So, some of these important traits for a leader to have are being respectable, knowledgeable, influential, guiding, inspirational, and motivating. For the most part, I place more emphasis on personal power, such as being respectable and competent, rather than position power, which comes more formally based on an assigned role. Earning the ability to influence says much more about a leader rather than a simple title. As Simon Sinek discussed, it is so critical for leaders to not just know what they're doing or how to do it, but to especially understand their own why. A leader's why says a lot about themselves, their motivations, and their goals. Some of the biggest reasons I aspire to lead is that I appreciate organization and effective communication. I also understand the needs of others and organizations, turning that into a personal goal of mine that has always been something that I've enjoyed. It's also important that everyone feels heard. Going even further, it's my goal to truly impact others and to make a difference. There's so much to be done or that needs to be changed in healthcare, and I want to be a part of something bigger than myself to make these changes and to positively impact future generations. So, a bit more about authentic leadership, the philosophy that I chose. Um, it's really important for authentic leaders to be both transparent and trustworthy, both that I think I'm very good at. Integrity and high moral standards are so important for a leader to have and for a leader to stay true to not just themselves, but to their followers as well, because followers do personally identify with their leaders in these situations. And so it's really critical for a leader to stay true to themselves. Additionally, being self aware is so important for a leader to recognize their own wrongdoings or to self reflect and see what things they've been good at or where they want to make differences and changes. These are all really crucial to being an authentic leader. Additionally, my style of situational leadership is one that's really unique because it's not one that you just use in school or work, but you use in a variety of settings, whether it be work or school, as I mentioned, or even in your family or your peer relationships and friendships. It's not just one set way to lead. Rather, a leader should base their style off of their followers' readiness to be influenced. Different situations require different styles to be effective. This is why I say it's really unique because you can kind of use these styles in a variety of settings. I appreciate this style of leadership most because being a leader isn't just something that can happen on formal circumstances, but yet even on day-to-day basis with friendships and family. So, to understand how these styles and philosophies best work for me, it's important to look at my personality strengths. So, according to Myers Briggs personality test, I am an assertive logistician and prefer a confident individualist strategy. So, how does this affect my style? Well, there are many strengths I possess as an assertive logistician. As a situational leader, being adaptable is crucial. Being a member of two different executive committees, one being for my sorority and another for a pre professional mentorship program, I've found that I must handle each role differently and have learned from my various experiences with both in the past year. Organization is yet another trait of mine, as I've always been keen to structure. When I was young, my teachers would have to call my mom to prepare me if there would be a substitute in class, or even let me know that my mom wouldn't be able to pick me up at the end of the day. I was used to structure. Being dependable and logical are two other traits that I even find myself doing with friends on a casual basis. Many of my peers come to me in the midst of challenging circumstances, and they want to hear what I have to say because I often play the devil's advocate. I provide multiple perspectives on both sides of the argument to consider what's actually going on here. They know I'll be honest with them, and they depend on me for the consistency. There's also so many other aspects of being assertive logistician and some of my strengths, such as being resistant to stress, being decisive, being dependable, as I mentioned. They're all so critical in adding to the leader that I am today. I hope you enjoy learning a bit about my leadership styles and thank you for listening.